I would like one more time for everyone in the room to give a big round of applause to the girls for joining us and giving us their time for such a worthy cause. Okay, so we always have people ask some questions. We go through them ahead of time to make sure they're all on the up and up. This one technically won't get answered. I can tell you, being Coach's son-in-law, I know the answer. We don't need him in the room, right? But a very important young player asked if Coach could stay 9 more seasons so that she can go to UConn and play for him. And I can assure her in the most loving way possible that is not going to happen. So all of you who are hoping that he's got a decade left, not so sure about that one. All right. First question. AZ, as the senior leader, you have to take the first question, okay? It also has your name on it, so I don't have any choice. This person is saying that her favorite snack is a cake pop, and she wants to know what yours is.
My favorite snack, one of my favorite snacks is probably strawberries and Nutella. So it's like unhealthy, but healthy because it's strawberries.
There's fruit in it, it's gotta be healthy.
Yeah.
All right, great. This one is for the whole crew. Morgan, we're starting with you. Did you play other sports in high school besides basketball? Yeah, Jenna, she needs a mic. Come on, help her out.
I did not. I just played basketball in high school.
Did you play any prior to high school, when you were young, or was it always basketball?
I played soccer too.
And that just fell by the wayside?
Yes,
Okay.
very much.
Jenna, other sports?
I did a few growing up, but mainly I did volleyball.
And then what happened to
I did
volleyball?
swimming for a little bit, but it only lasted me a week. And I also did squash. I don't know if it's famous. It's like with a racket.
Yeah.
Wall.
Sort of like racquetball, but slightly different.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot.
All right. Perfect. AZ, other sports?
I ran track and played flag football.
Track. People are excited about track. KK?
I also ran track.
What event?
100 and 400.
Good for you. Individual, or you were on a relay?
Yeah, I did a relay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caroline?
I only played basketball.
Your whole life, only
In high
basketball.
school. I played soccer and lacrosse growing up.
Okay. Oh, there's 4. Right. Okay. It's another one. We're going to start with the wily veteran. What is the hardest part of playing for Coach Oriema? And this is a trust circle. So you
He's
can...
not paying attention, so it doesn't matter.
If he was, it wouldn't matter. So put it all out there. The hardest part about playing for Gino.
I think the hardest part is expectations from, just being part of a winning community and a winning program. The expectations to play well and to win. And so this year we won, but in the past, making it to the national championship, making the Final Four was never good enough, even though it was better than most other programs. It still wasn't good enough. So living up to the program's history and expectations.
I like that. Any other brave souls willing to take the question? Everybody pleads the 5th.
She handled it.
All right, that's good. KK, this is definitely for you. If you had to make a starting lineup based on your team's ability to dance, who is in that 5?
Caroline's out.
Right away, under the bus.
I would do me, AZ, Sarah, Morgan is not you.
Morgan
current, right? New this year?
I mean, unless you need a throwback, you can give us.
I would say, like, if we're doing throwback, like Aubrey,
Okay, that's 4.
Aaliyah. Oh, and the honorable six-man coach.
Is that like a "can I have more playing time" comment? Because we all know
It's
you are
a-
not telling the truth.
It's I want a hug after.
Oh, I like that. And who is the captain of the squad, KK?
I am the captain.
Yeah, I hope so.
Sure.
This one is for everyone. Obviously, we all have the opportunity to really enjoy watching the basketball part, but we don't necessarily get to know all of you as people, as students. So, can you tell us what you are majoring in and what you would like to do when you leave college other than playing professional basketball? You can lead.
My major is Human Development and Family Studies, and I want to coach.
My major is sports broadcast and journalism, and I want to do broadcasting.
My major was communications, and I'm now getting my master's in business, and I truthfully have no idea what I want to do. I want to stay in sports, but other than that, wherever life takes me.
I'm doing an individualized major. It's about global youth development through sports, and I think I want to coach, but I'm not sure.
I'm also doing an individualized major with American Sign Language, Communications, and Sports Broadcasting. So I don't know, I want to combine and do something with that in the future.
Fantastic. Thank you. Sheila, you are in charge of the people outside. Tell them to shut the hell up. You too, Ralph, you're going to help? I appreciate you. All right, Coach. Coach, this one is for you. The question is, tell us about one of your favorite years of coaching and what made it that way. Said one up, it's okay. No one's going to be back.
One of. Trying to pick one of so many. Well, it wasn't the last 4 years. All the years that Paige were there, it was never one of those years. Except this year. This year was really good. I think it's always when you go back and you think about something that happened that you had no idea was possible, that it could happen. Because those are the best things that, if you think about it, when you go, we're fortunate enough, we get Christmas presents. And if you know what you're getting, you have to pretend like you really like it. Wow, I didn't think I would get this. You're lying. You knew you were going to get it. But when you get something truly unexpected, when you get something that really, really, really surprises you, I think those are the ones that are the most memorable. So for me, I don't think I've ever been as emotional as I've been in the locker room in 1991 at the Palestra in Philadelphia when we won to go to the Final Four with a team that, this is no exaggeration, there was one player on that team that will probably make our team this year. And that team went to the Final Four, and it was the first time ever in the history of the NCAA tournament that a team from north of the Mason-Dixon line had played in the Final Four. So I'll never forget that moment when we won that game. There's been a lot of other great moments, don't get me wrong, but that particular year, and Megan Patterson, she loved it so much, and Debbie Bear, Fisk, they loved it so much, they won't leave. So there were some downsides to that moment. But that's probably the most memorable one for me, for sure.
Thank you. All right, we got an easy one from one of our young people in the room. They would like to know how tall all of you are. And you can count that shoes on, shoes off, whatever, you know, whatever.
I'm 6'2". 5'9".
Liar.
5'10".
6'5".
Liar.
6'2".
Y'all are so beautiful.
All taller than you, coach.
Really, KJ, you want to stand next to me?
A friendly reminder for those of you who didn't get the text, but you have a little bit of time left in the silent auction. Okay, an important question. We see a lot of things related to what the patients at Connecticut Children's have to go through and how challenging it can be. And Dan brought up the concept of it really provides perspective when you walk in to know that I really can't be having that bad of a day when you look at what the patients at Connecticut Children's have to go through. So one of the questions, and it's directed at KK, but obviously any of you can chime in, is what is something that when you are sad, you use to make yourself happy?
I use the people around me, my teammates. They really light my day up. I mean, after a bad practice, bad day, or anything, I'm just feeling sad. I just want to be around them. They are my family. They are my sisters, my backbone. So just being around them just lightens my mood, makes me laugh, makes me be myself again, be goofy. I already know how I am. So dancing, whatever, annoying them, bringing myself out of that shell of being sad or, you know, whatever I'm feeling in the moment, they really help.
Anyone else want to share? Thank you, KK.
I always think about Abby. I think it's no surprise, you know, just like the impact that she's had on all of us. I think everyone's able to see how much of an impact she's had on us. But, you know, especially lately, you know, she was somebody, a kid that we met at the hospital who was dealing with so much, and you would literally never know. And she was the happiest, the funniest, the silliest, always had a smile on her face. And I think a lot of times, you know, we get caught up in, oh, this was a bad practice, or I had a bad day, or, you know, the game was tough, something like that. And then, you know, I'd get back to my phone and Abby would be like, send me something just funny or some dad joke, and that would always kind of brighten my mood. And so I think just everything that she dealt with and the smile that she had on her face, you know, she was always such an inspiration to us, but even more, we're just so lucky to have her, and her spirit continues in all of us.
Okay, our last question for the evening before we bring up Coach for some closing remarks, and this one will be for the whole group. It's hard for us to understand because we don't see it every day, but the amount of time that you have to put into your craft, the amount of time you spend, whether it's in practice, in the weight room, in the training room, in the film room, all the things that go into being as successful as you are. At some point in time, hopefully you get to decompress. So when you leave all of that behind you, what is something that you do for fun or as a hobby or just an activity that allows you to step away from the game for a moment and just enjoy some time? We got to start on the end. Starting with the young buck.
Some of us like to paint or do crafts together, and so that's something that I enjoy doing with them, and it takes my mind off of things. So.
What does that look like, Morgan?
Painting?
Yeah, like what are we painting? Is this like
flowers?
Finger paint? Is it like color by number? What are we looking at here?
Ash did like a cowboy boot. I've done flowers. Caitlin did some like scenery things. We like to mix it up.
All right, I like that. Thank you. Jenna, what do we think?
As if a lot of people know, I like to crochet most of my time and spend time with my teammates. Do all, like Morgan said, like paint, like KK said, just hang out and be ourselves, and I don't know, yeah.
Thank you.
You got one?
In the summer, I love to read, and then at school, I love to walk when we have movie nights. We'll have a lot of movie nights during the year, so that's my
What's the go-to movie?
This past year, we were on like a horror movie kick, so we watched a lot of like thrillers and psychological thrillers.
Oh, okay. Thanks, AZ. KK?
I like to build Legos or play the game.
of Lego fans in the room. Caroline?
I like just hanging out with my teammates, go for drives, listen to music, something to take your mind off things.
Awesome. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, another big hand for the 2025 National Champion UConn Huskies. Ladies, as I said before, it is an honor and a pleasure for us to have you join us, and it's something that we really appreciate, and the relationships that you've now developed with some of the patients at Connecticut Children's, I know that their families are super grateful for what you do, so keep doing that, keep being who you are, and of course, we welcome you all back until the end of time. So even once you graduate, if you decide you want to join us again, you are welcome to do so. And one thing that I would ask, I know that there are some people that didn't get the chance